Hi everyone. Welcome to RSB Healthcare Consulting. Medical billing tips for dealing with underpayments. Practices tends to consider their contracts with payers to be a binding commitment, but are they? Unfortunately, insurance companies routinely pay about 10 to 14% less than their contracted rates to practices. If you're not paying close attention to payer payments, your practice could be getting gouged. Eliminating underpayments is critical, but requires education, data, and a proactive approach. Here are some quick medical billing tips and steps for addressing underpayments at your practice. Step 1. Know what you're owed. Sorting through and reviewing your payer contracts can be tedious and time-consuming, but it's essential. You need to know what your payers should be paying you before you can go out and get it. Gather your agreements and list out each payer's contracted rates by CPT code in a spreadsheet. Use this opportunity to compare payer rates against each other. Not only is the information useful for the next step of determining low payments, it's crucial intel that will come in handy when you renegotiate your fee schedules down the road. Step 2. Compile your data. Armed with your contract information, compile statements and reimbursement data from each payer for a given amount of time, 1 to 3 months, into another spreadsheet. Compare actual payment data to the rates in your first spreadsheet at the end of the period. If you use advanced medical billing guidelines and software or work with a medical billing service, this process will be less time-consuming. Are payers coming up short? Is it happening rarely or sporadically, or is there a strong tendency to underpay? What's the average percentage of each underpayment, code by code? Collect all of this information in a clear way, or summarize it into a written report explaining the scope of the issue. Step 3. Approach your payer. The most important step is to speak up and be heard. Make a game plan beforehand. Having your chief biller contact a low-level rep at the insurance company likely won't result in any productive action. Review your contracts very carefully, then have a physician or practice manager request a meeting with the person at the payer responsible for negotiating the original contract. Come to the table armed with data and a predetermined request. If the payer is non-responsive or you fail to reach an acceptable resolution to the problem, consider legal action, being mindful, of course, about what your contracts say about filing court actions. Step 4. Stay aware. Ideally, your practice manager walks away from the meeting with the payer with a positive outcome and a commitment from them for higher, more accurate reimbursements. If that happens, don't let the resolution be a temporary fix. A payer could easily pay the contracted rates for a few months then fall back into underpayment territory. Pay attention. Audit payments from all your payers every several months to make sure they're paying as promised, and regularly monitor key performance indicators to spot unhealthy payment trends. If the problem persists, work with a medical billing company. They often have stronger, more enforced relationships with payers to help you get paid. Thank you for your time. Contact us to collaborate on our email info@rsbhealthcareconsulting.com or our website www.rsbhealthcareconsulting.com.